Hi everyone, my name is Jean-Christophe, and in this series of tutorial where I show you how to build a website from scratch, we have learned how to choose your website host. We have learned how to install WordPress on your website, and we have learned how to install GeneratePress theme on WordPress. Now I will show you how to customize this GeneratePress theme. So if you haven't installed GeneratePress already, just go ahead and click. I have a link here on this article. You can click on it and just install it. Otherwise, we'll move to my parents' website that I'm creating in order to show how to customize it. So one last thing you want to do before moving on to any other things is you want to make sure that your website is not indexed by Google right now. Because on our website we have imported a lot of fake blog posts and we don't want that to come back and hurt us in the future. So the first thing that we'll go is we'll go into settings, and from there we will go into the reading tab. And from the reading tab, we'll click on discourage search engines from indexing that site. So that will prevent Google from taking your website and start showing it on Google. And later, when we're ready to publish, we want to make sure to uncheck that mark in order to allow Google to come back to your website and index it. So I now have this website that I'm creating for my parents, and I have a theme installed here, and I will go ahead and customize this to fit the way I want it to be. So the first thing that I will do is instead of choosing a specific homepage like this one, I will just show the latest blog posts. So first we'll customize very simply, okay? I'm not going too deep into how to customize it. I just want you to have a website that is ready to be published. So here I went into the customize section, and the first thing I will do is customize my homepage. And here in the settings, I go to homepage settings. And then instead of selecting a static page like this one, what I will select is my latest post. And here I can see that my homepage already changed to show the latest blog post that I have. So now I will click publish. So once this is published, we can just close it and look at how it looks like on a homepage. So there are other things that we can do. Right now, we're just showing a list of blog posts, which is completely fine. So I now have that blog that looks like this, and there are stuff that I would like to modify here. For example, I don't plan on showing comments. I don't plan on showing category tags. So I will go into my layout settings, and within blog here I take the archive. So these are the archive, and a single blog post is the single. So first I will work on the archive and come back to my page, customize, layout, blog, and archive, and I want to display the post date. I want to make sure that I display the post author, but I don't want to display categories and tags now until I have properly built my tag and category infrastructure. And I don't want to display comment counts either, because I will probably disallow comments on that website in order to reduce the amount of maintenance that it requires. Um, so this is the first customization settings to do. And I'll hit publish and close this to show what I want to change next. The next thing that I want to change is this. I want to make sure to customize the menus in a way that I can use it. So here, the first thing that I want to do is remove that top bar. I don't care. I just want a single menu. I don't have enough stuff to do. So I can go in elements and the top bar hook, and I can take the visibility of this to private, and then I can update. And if I go back to my website, I can see that my top bar menu has changed. The next thing I want to do is I want to customize this menu, so I can go to customize and I can go in menu and I can choose my main menu, and I could say, okay, I don't want this to be there, and I want categories to be about. I can remove this one as well, and I can add item, and I can put the about us item, and I can also change the about us to simply about and then publish. And if I come back to my website, I can see that I only have the about us page showing up here, and coming back to the Explorer, I have my website. Another thing that you want to make sure to do is you want to customize the logo here. So you can customize, and you can go to your site identity tab, and your site title. You have your tagline here. Your site title is Mamie and Peppy. One thing you can do is simply remove the logo, and you can just stop hiding the site title, and now you have your site title. So another thing to consider here is the favicon. So the site icon here at the below. And what it does is when people are completely nuts, just like me, and I have 1,000 of tabs, what is displaying right here on the top left? So the ones without favicon will show this, and the one with a favicon will show the structure. So people can easily navigate and find your page when they open multiple tabs. So please do it, and think of people that are not like me uh, to be able to navigate. So it doesn't have to be super complex to do this. Like you can just simply do, let's say, MP, for example, and you want to use this. So you could just, let's say, if you don't know how to design stuff, all you can do is just take this and copy like some stuff like this, and now you have your favicon. Like I'm not a designer, right? So I've copied this, and now all I have to do is just select what I've done. So I'm trying again to do as simple as possible. And now I'm taking this screenshot, I open it, I'm uploading that, and I can give it to Mammy and Peppy favicon so that people use it. I have alt text to make it easy for understand, and then I can crop image, and I can see that I've added a favicon. So whenever people will try to find that page, they will see this. I will remove whatever I've added here and then hit publish. So the favicon won't show instantly, but over time it will get populated. So if I close this, I now have my web page with the about page, a ton of blog posts here that are not mine, and a footer here that I actually don't want. So again, I'm not going too much into the details. I want to make it simple so you can publish as quickly as possible. The first thing that I usually do when I create a new website is just go to here, and I want to remove entirely that footer because I don't need to use it. If you want your footer, you can customize it. I'll show you how where you need to customize it, but for now I will remove as much as I can. So here, if you go in your layout and your footer, you'll see that there is a link that is showing a site footer element. So you click on this, and it brings you to the appearance tab and the elements tab, which is where most of those templates are. And then you can click on the footer, and you can again simply either you just convert this to private so you don't show it at all anymore, or just like me, if you don't plan to have a footer at all, you can just delete everything that you see on that page uh, here. And the reason why I don't just delete everything instantly is because I want to keep um, that link saying Mamie and Papi, where kind of I don't know what it does. It's supposed to be something that is legal for you to do. Now you have your website, and if you come back to your website, you'll see that your entire footer has been removed. Again, you may be a designer and say, "Oh man, this looks like crap. It's not good enough." From experience, what I've learned is you're better to publish as soon as possible and invest your time on content instead of simply trying to build the most beautiful design and spend months doing it and not writing any content at all. So what you want to do is you want to get set up as quickly as possible. So the next thing, in order to do this, we need to remove all that crap content and adapt the about page. So first, let's delete all the content. So we go here in the administration, we go to posts, and you want to do screen options, take 100 view here that will allow you to show you all the articles that have been published, and you take all of them together. In the bulk action, you click on edit and then apply. And then here you take the status to draft, and then you update everything. And by doing this, if you come back to your website, you will see that you have 0 article at all. So in order, before you just index your website, you want to make sure that you have your first blog post published. Before we go around and publish our first blog post, let's go and customize our about page. So we go back to the dashboard and click on pages. And from that about us page, we will click on edit. And then here you can change whatever you want for that page. You want to make sure here that anything that is published that you are not using, such as the contact us, home, sample page, style guide, and WordPress resources at Green Geeks, you want a bulk action edit, apply, and you want a status to be draft. In that case, you're unpublish everything and you're only keeping the about us page. And here you can change the content of the page. So here I have adapted some of the content. I will remove most of it. Again, you can keep it. You can keep all of these things. What I don't want to do is I want to publish as quickly as possible, so I do not care. I remove everything. This I can work later on. You can also make copies of these web pages if you don't want to lose the layouting that has already been done for you. But essentially, I want to keep that page as lean as possible so I can hit publish. So now I click on update and I can preview the page and go to preview new tab and I can see my page. Nothing is found here and my blog is almost ready to go. So once we have finished updating the about page, we want to create our new first post. So in the dashboard, we go to all posts and create add new. And one thing you can say is my first blog post, and then you can write whatever content. Hello, everyone. This is my first blog post. And then you can hit publish, and then you can view your post and you can see that here on your blog post there are a few things. So you have first an image at the top and then you have the author. So you want to actually change a few of these things. So you want to change the author and you want to make sure that you add a default image template here. So in order to change the author, you could potentially go into your elements and you could go here, you can go in your appearance and you can go in your elements. And here, if you want to customize, then you can go in your appearance elements and single post hero. You can come here and you can double click on your hero here and you can click on the dynamic option and use fallback image. So if you come here to your web page, then because we've changed that, your single blog post will not have a fallback image to display to the user whenever you don't have, so you don't show always the same thing. If alternatively what you want to do is put your own custom fallback image, then you can come back to the elements. You can say single post hero, and you can use that and use fallback image again, and you will define your fallback image. So yeah, you come here, you use fallback image, and here in the block, you go into your backgrounds. And what you want to do here, you want to change that URL to be whatever you want. You could use this one, for example. I'm using my parents, and let's update this. And now I'm going to the website and coming here, I can see that my single blog post as a fallback image. The next thing, I don't like using the default author section, so I usually remove it and use my own custom. So if I go to my own website, you'll see that I'm using actually a plugin to display my author profile. And here, this is what it looks like. And the reason why I use that plugin is because it allows me to have contributors to my website and give them their own profile. So if I come back to my own GeneratePress blog, I will first go down and go into the appearance elements, and there I will remove my author. In order to remove my author, I will go into the single post content, and here I will simply completely remove uh, the container and update. And then I have my single post content, and coming back to my website, I can see that uh, my blog post has no hot author, which we will come back and put again at the end. Next, I want to disable comments entirely. So what I will do here is I will go into my settings, and within my settings, I will go to discussion, and I will remove a lot of these stuff. I don't want to allow people to submit comment. I don't like these stuff. It's not important. Anyone can post a comment, so this is not important. The only thing that is really important is allow uh, people to submit comment on your post, and then you can save your changes. And then coming back to your website, you'll see that since the article was already published, the comment box is still there. So for anything that you already have published, what you will have to go is you will need to go in your single post and click on edit. And from the edit, you go into the discussion and you disallow comment and update. So coming back here, you will go to your website and you'll see that my first blog post now has no comment section. So it doesn't look too good right now. So let's add some plugin to our WordPress site in order to add the author section. So the name of the plugin I've been using here is Simple Author Box. I will go in plugins, add new, and I will search for Simple Author Box. A lot of people don't like us using plugins. I don't care. I use plugins a lot when I develop because it allows me to do a lot of stuff. And if you're not using plugins on WordPress, then why are you using WordPress? I don't know. What you want to make sure is whenever you select a plugin, however, you want to make sure that you have enough contribution and enough star rating, and you want to make sure that the plugin is often updated. So that's the only thing that you really need to bother. Uh, Purists will tell you otherwise, but again, I'm using AuthorBox. So I will go to configure AuthorBox, and I don't want any lifetime anything at all. So this is how you could customize your author box. Here you want appearance. You can change all of these stuff, whatever you want to do. Uh, where I want to bring you is to the users, and you have your administrator, and you can actually customize your profile image here for that specific author. You can add specific social media links here. So here in this specific case, I don't want my parents to be using my own specific uh, administration. I don't want them to be able to have access to it. So I will create new users for them, and then I will go into their profile here as a bottom and change this profile image and add and publish. So this is it. I now have designed my first website here, and I have everything that I need. I can go to about, and I have whatever, and I can create new blog posts, whatever you want. One final thing. Come back to your settings, come back to the reading app, and just make sure that you want to reindex your website for a search engine, and then save your modification, and then your website is published. So thank you very much. This was a simple introduction how to customize your WordPress site and make it ready for publication. So see you in the next tutorial.